It all began like any ordinary excavation. A team of Israeli and American archaeologists worked quietly, away from the spotlight, with no media coverage and no official support. What drove them? Only whispers of an ancient scroll that hinted at a hidden chamber buried beneath forgotten ruins. Most believed it would be just another dead end, but they were wrong. When the ground-penetrating radar revealed something unnatural nearly 30 feet below the surface, tension gripped the entire team. It wasn't a natural formation. Beneath layers of rock and dust lay a rectangular chamber, carved with eerie precision and left untouched for thousands of years. The most astonishing detail? Its dimensions and layout matched exactly the descriptions found in biblical texts. Then, in a voice barely above a whisper, one archaeologist dared to say the words no one else would: could it be the Ark? The silence that followed carried the weight of centuries of mystery. The team decided to keep the discovery secret, disguising the entrance before the authorities could intervene. But what they found inside was unlike anything ever unearthed. It wasn't just ancient. It was different, enigmatic, almost impossible to explain. And when they finally opened the sealed vault, something even stranger happened. Before we go further on this journey, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next stories that will leave you in awe. It began like any other archaeological dig. A small team of Israelis and Americans worked quietly on a forgotten hill in Judea. No cameras, no headlines, just rumors. An ancient scroll hinted at a hidden chamber beneath the ruins. Most dismissed it as another dead end. But ground-penetrating radar revealed something extraordinary: a massive rectangular chamber, perfectly carved, buried 30 feet underground. When they finally broke through, they found a vault sealed with limestone slabs untouched for centuries. Hours of work later, the stones gave way. What they saw made grown men freeze in silence. Before them rested a golden chest, about 4 feet long. Intricate winged figures were carved upon its lid. No corrosion. No wear. Just pure gold, gleaming as if newly forged. Then it happened. One archaeologist reached out his hand and instantly, every electronic device died. Cameras went black. Lights shut off. The chest was absorbing energy, as if it were alive. Some panicked. Others insisted it was coincidence. They lifted the chest just slightly and knew at once, this was no replica. No hoax. It was real. Hebrew inscriptions marked its base. But the true horror was all around. The chamber walls were coated with black soot, as if something had burned with unimaginable force. Yet the chest remained untouched. No dust upon it. No ash. Protected while everything else was destroyed. And then they saw the bones. Human remains piled against the far wall. Some curled into fetal positions. Others sprawled out as if they had tried to flee. No wounds. Just sudden, silent death. In that moment, one archaeologist recalled the old stories: those who touched the Ark fell dead on the spot. Myths they had always believed. Until now. And if this revelation has already surprised you, take a moment to hit the like button. That way, more people can uncover this story with you. And trust me, what comes next is even more unsettling. Days later, the Ark was taken to a lab. But nothing worked. X-rays failed. Chemical tests yielded nothing. The metallic alloy had no modern equivalent. Even the wood beneath the gold matched no known species. And then came the field. A faint electromagnetic pulse emanated from the chest, steady as a heartbeat. Soon, the symptoms began. Those who touched it suffered vivid dreams, nosebleeds, even temporary blindness. One man collapsed mid-sentence, claiming he heard voices singing inside the gold. Within days, the government intervened. The site was seized. Equipment confiscated. Satellite images erased. The team scattered, forced into silence. It was as if nothing had ever happened. But one man defied that silence. Technician Daniel Knox escaped the country, posting a grainy video online. He described soldiers sealing the ark in a lead-lined crate marked with a strange black symbol. The next day, his account vanished. His phone went dead. He was never seen again. Before disappearing, Daniel sent a copy of an ancient scroll to a friend in Jerusalem. The scroll spoke of a second hiding place. And where was it? Beneath the Temple Mount, the most contested ground on earth. Secret scans revealed hollow chambers below, along with strange magnetic radiation. Something was hidden beneath the sacred stone. Further research showed that an artifact long thought to be mere decoration in the Israel Museum was in fact a coded map, pointing to forgotten tunnels leading straight under the mount. Legends from Ethiopia claimed the ark had once been kept in Aksum, guarded in a chapel by armed sentries. Scholars dismissed the tale. But new evidence tied the legend to the Solomonic dynasty, and photographs showed only a burned pedestal where something had once stood. Wartime documents later revealed Allied agents had found a radioactive golden chest in Egypt during World War II. The report ended abruptly, censored. Decades later, an ex-agent sent a journalist a package, coordinates, and a blurred photo of a golden chest surrounded by men in hazmat suits. On the back, Sinai, 1968. The mystery deepened. Vatican records confirmed secret expeditions had sought the ark since the 10th century. A letter from 1592 spoke of a sacred flame beneath a stone, guarded by blinding light, warning that moving it could unleash forces beyond human control. And then came the most chilling revelation, a Dead Sea Scroll describing not one, but three sacred vessels: the flame, the scroll, and the voice. The ark was only part of a divine triad. Together, they formed a single mechanism. Reports of strange lights, vibrations, and mass hallucinations soon surfaced near other ancient sites. Governments panicked. Researchers vanished. Rival powers began cooperating in secret, terrified of what the ark might unleash. And yet, one final video slipped through the cracks. Smuggled from the sealed chamber beneath Jerusalem, it showed a pulsing energy, alive, emanating from the earth itself. Proof that the ark was no relic. It was a guardian. A mechanism. Perhaps even a weapon. The question remains. Was it crafted by human hands or by something far older, lending its voice to sacred texts across the ages? The video lasted less than a minute, yet it shattered centuries of certainty. The image revealed the ark glowing faintly, hovering just above the ground. Symbols carved into the chamber walls flickered like living flames, and at the very center, something tore reality itself, neither shadow nor reflection, but a doorway ripped open in space. The camera shook, a deafening hum filled the air, and then, the screen went black. The message was undeniable: the ark had awakened. Whether it was a call, a warning, or a threat, no one could tell. But one truth stood firm: the Ark of the Covenant had never been lost. It had only been waiting. And if this awakening was enough to leave you shaken, just wait until you uncover the secrets still hidden in history. If this revelation intrigued you, the next story waiting here on the channel will surprise you even more.